I got some sad news today. We lost one of our own.
Our own?
What?
Human beings.
What?
Oh.
You guys watch Terrace House on Netflix? Because I think it's a pretty cool dating show.
Heard of it, never watched.
Oh, you guys should watch it.
Terrorist House?
Terrace.
Oh, I thought he said terrorist house too. I was
That'd be an
like,
interesting show.
I was like, well, love is a battlefield, so I guess.
No, Terrace House. It's like real world, like back in the day.
Oh.
Right? But it's like a dating show.
These kids
thing.
don't know.
Everyone's single, right? Everyone's single, and then you just live.
It's like
together.
Love Island.
Yeah, Love Island, but it's not so trashy. It's a Japanese show.
Oh, excuse me.
Better.
Yeah, it's way better. It's with.
This is a Japanese show?
It's a Japanese dating.
I only tune in for the trash, though.
I know, right? This one doesn't actually have trash. It's just a bunch of normal ass people. But unfortunately, one of the cast members, Hana Kimura, she is 22 years old and a pro wrestler. She looks like
damn.
this. Yeah,
A wrestler?
yeah. Oh, cool. They have a lot of cool types of people on the show.
She kind of looks like Gio.
Huh?
Don't
Japanese
see it.
Gio, huh?
From this side, from this angle.
Don't see it.
Son of a bitch.
Let's see. we lost her.
So they're not giving details of her cause of death, but they're tying in
Corona?
cyberbullying
What?
as something.
Yeah.
Because I honestly think that it is suicide.
Yeah, I think it's
There's
suicide.
Well, it's suspected.
With reality shows and suicide, because there's not proper care, mental health care before and after for the level of fame they get overnight.
Oh,
Yeah, because they're regular peoples.
Yeah, and because everyone wants to comment on them, and it's edited in a certain way to make
Yeah.
some people look like heroes and villains, and for people to take things out of context.
Yeah, like 3 people from Love Island killed themselves.
What?
Yeah.
For real?
Like the biggest stars too.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's like Black Mirror.
And the host.
That's fucking
The
crazy.
host too?
Yeah.
Why?
And you still watch it?
It ruined some parts for me because like I'm watching old seasons and I know like that one of them
It's not no longer
took their
here.
own
But the
life.
host just makes funny jokes.
No, that's the narrator. He didn't kill himself. He's hilarious, but there's a female host that is like she comes out when someone gets eliminated from the show. So she's like, Love Islanders, you have been eliminated by the audience. One person is going home tonight, and then she like says she breaks the news.
Yeah.
But it's a thing, yeah. And so they say they give proper mental health care to them after the show, but they don't.
What does that even look like? What is that?
So they're supposed to hook you up with like a therapist to counsel you for a little while after the show.
I feel like they need to stop making shows that they need to get mental health
know.
therapy.
They all do though. So
the
when we
thing is-
when we created Shady Agents, the guy that created it, he's a clinical psychologist, and that's his actual job. Before bringing people on reality shows and off, he has to brief them and then debrief them.
Yeah.
The slightest reality TV show, it could be Shark Tank, it could be the thing where the lost luggage, like people just aren't ready to handle that kind of fame if like that episode pops off.
Because it goes like globally, and like people like they're super mega famous all of a sudden, and there's like a lot of haters. And on a smaller scale, YouTube wise, like we see the hate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then amplify that by like 1,000.
Yeah.
Well, in her case, it sucks even more because she is somewhat of an entertainer, and you would assume that an entertainer would be
Equipped.
receptive to this kind of stuff. She's ready, right? She's equipped for it, right?
You got
she's-
thicker skin.
Yeah, she's a wrestler, and stereotypically, like I know wrestlers and female wrestler. We have a friend who's a female wrestler.
There's a persona involved.
They're strong. Yeah, they really have a thick skin, literally and emotionally. But like the thing is, even that, as someone as tough as that was still hurt by all the negative comments. And what ended up happening was there was a little incident in the show where I guess one of her castmates shrank one of her clothing or whatever, and then she basically kind of hit him and like went off on him, or like, but she was looked like a bitch or a bad girl, right? Obviously people reacted to that and you're so bitchy, whatever, and talking all this shit. And she posted a photo of herself saying, I love you, live a happy long life, I'm sorry.
Dang.
Yeah, that's so sad.
And it's just her and her kitty, and that was the last thing she posted. And yeah, it's kind of sad because now Japan is seriously considering and talking about actions against cyberbullying.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be.
I think so. They're like in this new world, we have to navigate through this whole like phenomenon of the internet, and she goes, we have to learn how to conduct ourselves well based off of this new thing that we're trying to figure out.
What exactly is cyberbullying? Is it just any negative comment, or it's just like straight up blatant like insults?
I think it's all the
Harassment.
above.
Yeah.
Like anything that you take in and it affects you.
Yeah.
Like it could be like, you're stupid, to go fucking die.
You know what's crazy that YouTube does now that I didn't even realize they do in terms of cyberbullying? Because I uploaded a video the other day and I didn't notice there was a tab that was marked that was like, hold off on potentially offensive comments.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't even know that was there. And then one day I fucking checked which one. I only had like one or two. And I clicked on the potentially offensive comment and one was just like, fuck you. I was like, oh shit.
So like, let's say you post something on YouTube, right? Someone goes, this video wasn't as good as your last. Is that considered
I think that whatever we can use in the real world, such as defamation, slander, hate speech, harassment,
Right.
I think that those will apply on text. The thing is, when people are anonymous, the things that they would say in real life, like
Yeah.
most people will not say in your face, fuck you, Tim.
Yep.
Right.
Even if they really felt it, but when they're hiding behind a screen in a different persona with a different, with the avatar of a fucking Sonic the Hedgehog or whatever, like they can say, fuck you, Tim.
And that's the double truth, Ruth.
Yeah.
But at a meet and greet, like maybe some of the guys that actually said it in one of your comments, they wouldn't actually say it to
I had
you.
that exact same thing happen. There was a guy that was leaving consistent hater comments on each one of my YouTube videos, right? And let's say the fucking name was like, I don't know, Matcha Man, right?
Macho Man.
And
No relation.
And it got to the point where if I saw a video without a hater comment from Matcha Man, I'm like, where's my
Yeah, yeah.
man, right? So I had a meet and greet in Vancouver at some club. This dude comes up to me. He's like, hey man, I'm Matcha Man. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, I'm actually a big fan, bro. I just like talking shit. And then we fucking took a picture.
Oh my god.
That's how it all is.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be repercussions because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Especially if the person's going through, like, if you're a YouTuber, like, I don't know, a lot of artists and people like that are creatives, like, there's a lot of emotional ups and downs, and then you like, sometimes they catch you on an off day. Like, most times I'm like, whatever, haters, whatever. But sometimes there's an off day, and it's just like this wave, and it's like, I don't even feel like I could be a person right now.
You just don't know what people are going through.
Yeah.
And people forget that because we're in their homes and they're watching us and they know us well and they know our inside jokes well, that they don't realize that I don't know you, right? So then that when you say something and you're trying to be funny, number one, the context on text, you can't feel it. You don't know it.
No
You don't-
tone.
You don't,
so you
know,
don't
right?
hear you saying it.
Exactly. So I was doing a live, and then one of the people in there were asking me for like some relationship advice or whatever, and I'm talking, and during the whole thing, this guy goes, "Look at Joe talking about relationship advice when he doesn't even have a girlfriend right now," and I was like, why would you say that, right? And then he goes, oh, I thought you enjoyed jokes and funny stuff. Like, what happened?
I do enjoy jokes, but what did you just say that?
But for him, he thought that was hilarious.
Right.
And he's a devout fan. He comes in every single time, but
He wants to show
doesn't
that he
see
knows
that
you.
as negativity. He thinks it's hilarious.
You gotta hit it with the LOLJK, guys. If we can't see your
Yeah.
fucking tone,
Right.
let me know.
So if that was in person, maybe it was well executed. It would have been a good roast. It would have
Right.
been funny. But context, people, like, we don't know you. So when you say certain things, it could literally come off as someone who thinks that, because there are trolls, and we don't know how to differentiate that.
Yeah.
We don't know how to differentiate the person that really says "fuck you, Tim" versus "fuck you, Tim."
Right.
And there's mob mentality too. So if like people read through your comments and they see like a bunch of people hating on you for one thing, they start to like just join in, and they don't even maybe know the whole thing of what's going on, but they just jump in.
That's one reason why, like, I don't usually delete negative comments unless it's in the first hour.
Yeah.
If the first couple comments are just someone talking shit, I'll get rid of those just in case of the bandwagon
Yeah.
mentality.
All the likes.
And luckily, one thing that's dope that YouTube did is they do the whole, like, you know, you can pin a comment, you can heart a comment, because those will always show up at the top.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, everybody, as soon as you click a video, you go straight to the comments, right? So I feel like those first handful of comments you read kind of influence how you react to the video.
You want to show the audience what you actually look at and what you're on, because sometimes they just want your attention. And some people just respond to the negative ones, so it incentivizes other people just to leave negative
Oh
comments.
yeah, so in the first hour of a video upload, I read the comments and I heart the one, like I heart pretty much all of them unless it's like someone being a troll, and I'll respond to most of them as long as it's not somebody being a troll, just to like say like, hey, I'm reading, and I'll also good people are the people who I'm getting.
I get DMs from like your guys' fans where like they're like, hey, can you tell them to unblock me? I don't know why he did that. And I'm like, you probably said something stupid.
Exactly.
Like,
Whenever
And the funny thing is, when they ask me to block them, ask Bart or David, I block them too.
I block them immediately. I don't even reply. I just
The
block.
reason why you're blocked.
Whenever someone's like, "Hey man," when they hit me from something else and like, "Why did you block me?" or like why did Chia block me? I'm like, bro, if Chia blocked you, you probably said something annoying as fuck. So bye.
Yeah, it's not our job to give you education on where you messed up socially. That's a lesson you got to learn, and maybe you had great intentions. Who knows? You wanted to be funny, whatever, but you shot your shot and it didn't work out. So you got blocked, man. It's not really the person's job to teach you anything. But this is our end, right? This is our experience as being in front of camera. And we kind of signed up to this. But on reality TV, like you just said, when they go on, they're not ready for this type of fame and abuse. And they didn't know that after the show, people would be receiving slander almost on a daily basis. Where for us, it's like, unless you went viral, most of our fame, quote unquote, was like slow growth. So we had a fuck you here and there. Now I have a fuck you every day.
And people don't know that a lot of times the reality TV shows, they can skew the storyline too.
Yeah.
So they write the show how they think it's gonna be. Then once they get all the videos, then they're like, oh wait, there's a way juicier story. So whatever, like she might not even have been a bitch. Yeah, it's gonna be way more entertaining of a watch to make her a bitch, and they'll do it that way.
Yeah, the crazy part for reality shows is that they're not in control of their content. Whereas for us, we are in control. So it's like if we did something, say we did something bad in one of our videos or whatever, we can do an apology video and on the same platform with the same amount of exposure to try and fix things if that were to happen. But for them, it's like they don't get to say their piece on the exact show. Right. They have to go on another platform which may not have the same exposure level. And so then for a lot of people, like that apology or whatever, their piece is never heard.
Never even see it.
Yeah, so they're always viewed as the villain.
Yeah.
And
Bro, I didn't even realize how, like I knew it was all manipulated and edited a certain way on reality TV shows, right? But I didn't realize how much it is twisted around. Cause like I was talking to one of the, like a couple Jersey Shore people, and she said one time they literally took a snippet of a conversation she was having with someone else on the phone, took that soundbite and used it for another phone conversation to twist it to make it seem like she was arguing with someone else about something totally different.
Dude, yeah, we just plug, big mood. We had a girl from 90 Day Fiance on there. She's on the current season.
Which one?
Devin Clegg.
Oh, the one that, she follows all of us, bro.
She's a fan of JK.
Yeah, she loves JK. She said she watched JK while she was going into labor.
What?
wow.
Yeah. Shout out to Devin. She's a sweetheart.
Shout out to Devin. She's married to a Korean guy.
Yeah. So she's like, their story's great too. Like it's a real love story. And
They're one of the non-weird ones that I like.
yeah, and she gets tons of hate, not just from the cyberbullies, but from other cast members because they just get all jealous and stuff.
Why? Because they're the most normal couple?
Yeah. Like all the clout chasing, like other people, they just get really like catty and stuff. And she's like, I don't get it.
I'm trying to get Rose on here.
Trying to get Big Ed on mine.
22, because Devin's 23 and this girl's 22. That's so young. Like you don't really like, you're not all the way developed on who you are. You haven't like really formed.
Yeah, I really can't blame her because when we were 23 and we started YouTube, we were trying to fight people for their negative comments. I would be like, meet me at the fucking park. Let's go. And I was mad. I would, every single time someone had something to say, I'll buy your plane ticket. I was broke as hell. I would spend my whole months fucking free travel so I could beat your ass because I can't go there. I got work. But there are people like, women in wrestling like Ronda Rousey who came out and she said there are no words that could possibly heal this wound, right? Because I think she's been a victim of, everyone knows how this feels like. And she said cyberbullying is a very real and growing threat to us as a society. Even a straw's weight can be the one to break a camel's back.